Hello children, today I will be explaining you determiners. You have done tenses in the last class. Today it is the turn of determiners, which is not a very difficult topic. So let's proceed with the new topic. So we begin with the next topic in grammar, that is determiners. Now what are determiners? Determiners are a kind of noun modifier. They precede and are necessarily followed by nouns. While adjectives perform a similar function, the term determiner refers to a relatively limited set of well-established words that can be said to mark nouns. In easy words, determiners are the words that modify nouns. Or in other words, we can say determiners are the words that can be used before nouns to determine or to modify their meaning. They function like adjectives. They are also called fixing words. The function of determiners is to express reference, that is, they clarify what a noun is referring to. For example, when one says that box, so here the listener knows which box is being referred to. Here the types of determiners. There are many types of determiners: articles, quantifiers, demonstratives, numbers, distributives, possessives, difference words and defining words. So we will be studying them in detail. First we have taken up articles. You all know what are articles. There are three articles: a, an and the. A and n, these are called indefinite articles and they serve the same purpose, but they cannot be used interchangeably. Why? A is used before a noun that starts with a consonant sound, and n it is used before a noun that starts with a vowel sound. So here few things are to be noted. N is used before H when it is silent, as in R. Here H is not pronounced. Honor. Though H is added over here in the spelling, but we pronounce it as honor. A before U and EU when they sound like Y-O-U, U. Though we know that sound of U is A. For example, umbrella. If it is U-M-B-R-E-L-L-A, umbrella, then we used N. But if it is like European or university, here we do not hear the sound of proper U. So here it sounds like Y, it is beginning with Y. So we will use A before it. Now the uses of the indefinite articles. It is used to refer to some member of a group, class or category. For example, he is a doctor, or he is an Indian, or he is a Hindu. So here it is referring to some member of a group. For example, profession is there. Here it is nationality. Here we are talking about the religion. To refer to a kind of or example of something. Examples are given. He has a large nose, or he has a thick beard, or she is a strange aunt. Preceding singular nouns with the words what and such. For example, what a car. Oh, that's such a shame. So in such words that precede with a singular noun, a is used. A or an. To mean one object, whether a person or thing, when we are talking about only one object. It could be a living person or it could be a non-living thing. For example, the thief stole a necklace, that means one necklace, and a portrait, that means one portrait. To refer to something that is being mentioned for the first time. There was a chill in the air here. the very first time something is mentioned. If we use it the next time, then we use definite article over there. Now some important points to note. We usually say 100, 1,000, a million, etc. So a is not indiscriminately used to refer to single objects. One is used when emphasis is required. A can be used over. We are not saying 100, 1,000. We also say 100 rupee note, 1,000 rupees, a million, etc. One is used when some stress is required, like there is only one way out of this mess. That means there is no other way out of this, coming out of this mess. So here the indefinite articles are explained to you in a tabular form. Definite article. The is known as definite article. This you all know very well. Now its uses when something is being referred to that has already been mentioned. For example, I saw a pretty girl at the mall today. The pretty girl did not, however, see me. In the first sentence, a is used before pretty girl. That means till then the speaker doesn't in the first sentence, a is used before pretty girl. Here the readers don't know about which girl is being talked about. In the next line, because the same girl is referred, so here the definite article is used. When both parties involved in the conversation are aware of what is being discussed. That means two people, if they are talking with each other, they know what they are discussing. Where is the restroom? So here both the people know that they are talking about the restroom or they are asking about the restroom. To refer to unique objects like the sun, the moon, the earth, the Taj Mahal, with superlatives and ordinal numbers. For example, Mount Everest is the tallest mountain on earth. So here we are using the superlative degree of adjective. Neil Armstrong was the first man on the moon. So here we are using an ordinal number. To refer to groups of people, geographical areas and oceans, and with decades or groups of years. For example, the Americans, the Sahara, the Pacific, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and etc. Here, our definite article is explained to you in a tabular form. Now, quantifiers. Quantifiers form a subclass under determiners. They are adjectives or phrases that serve to answer two possible questions. Now, what are these questions? How many and how much? Now, the usage of quantifier. It is used to describe quantity and to express attitude. For examples, much, a little, little, very little, a bit of, a great deal of, all, enough, many, a few, few, very few, a number of. These are all examples of quantifiers. Moving ahead, we have demonstratives. This, that, these, those. These are known as demonstratives which describe the position of an object that is seen from the speaker's viewpoint. This and these are used for singular and plural nouns and refer to subjects that are close by. For example, whose car is this or whose cars is these. That and those, these are used for singular and plural nouns respectively, and they refer to objects that are far away. For example, who lives in that house? Here the closeness can be in a physical way also, or it could be psychological. Numbers. Numbers are either cardinal or ordinal. Cardinal numbers are 1, 2, 3, etc. Whereas ordinal numbers are first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. Cardinal numbers are adjectives that indicate quantity. For example, there are 5 apples on the table. Whereas ordinal numbers, they indicate a rank or order. This is the first time for me on a plane. So here it is defining the order. The next step is distributives. The words all, both, half, each, every, either, neither. These are known as distributives, as the word itself explains that it is about the distribution. All, both and half. These words can be used in the following ways. So first we are taking up all. It is used with uncountable noun like Don Bradman is the greatest batsman of all time. Next, the with uncountable noun or countable noun in plural form, like we have all the time in the world. All the people in the hall went quiet. So here it is either uncountable or countable noun but in plural form. Then all could be used with my or your. Then uncountable noun or countable noun in plural form, like all my life I have been waiting for this moment. Or all your friends have been invited to the party. Then we have all with this or that, or then uncountable noun, or it could be with these or those plus countable noun in plural form. Like look at all this dust. I do not have time for all these formalities. The next distributive is both. So how we use both? Along with the, my, your, etc. or with plurals like these or those plus countable noun in plural form. Here it is to be remembered that both is used only when two objects are being referred to, when there are only two objects. Both the dogs had passed away. Here we are talking about two dogs. Both my ankles have been hurting since I jumped from the balcony. Both these books must be returned within the week. That means here we are talking about two books. Half. Half is used along with indefinite article a followed by uncountable noun. Like we bought half a kilo of rice with the, my, your, or this, that, these, those with now. Half the village perished in the floods. Another example, I spent half my inheritance on traveling the world. You may have half of this cake, or only half of those points are relevant. Possessives. Possessive pronouns and adjectives indicate who an object belongs to. The pronouns are mine. This is in first person. This car is mine. That means this car is owned by me. I am the owner of this car. Yours. That is second person. This car is yours. That means here the speaker wants to say that this is not his car. You are the owner of this car. His, hers and its. They are third person. This car is his or hers, or that means he or she owns this car. The corresponding adjectives are my, your, his, her and it. In other words, if we take the example for adjective, it could be this is my car, or this is your car, or this is his car, this way. Now we have the difference words. Other and another. They are difference words. They refer to something different or remaining or more. Other is used with singular and plural nouns. Remember, while another is used strictly with singular nouns. Example, what other colors can I get this in? Example of another, is there another color that this is available in? That means here we are referring to some object and the person is inquiring if he or she can get few more color options. Here, is there another color that this is available, that a particular object is available in some other color also. Now we come to defining words. Which and whose. These are called defining words because they indicate which thing a person is being referred to. Like, this is the house. Now, which house? This is the house which I used to live in as a child. This is the man. Now, about which man we are talking about? This is the man whose window you broke. Then we have question words. There are a number of words in the English language that are used primarily to make questions. These words are question words. Now sometimes these are known as WH question words. Why WH question words? Because most of these words start with W, like why, what, when, where, whose, etc. Except one which starts with H, and that we all know it is how. So with this, we come to the end of determiners. I have a set of practice questions for you that I ask you, that I advise you to do in your notebook. So here we come to the end of today's topic. In the next class, we will have something new.